So this is the BGG Climbers Index Geek List for the week ending in 10/27/2020. This list is put together and has been since 2016 by Michael Alexander. And I'm just going to be looking at it and talking about some of the games on the list. So let's get started. We'll start with some of the fallers here. Probably maybe the most, there's actually two big fallers. One of them is Scythe. This has fallen from 11 to 10. Basically because some other games have eclipsed it, and if you look at the average rating, it's dropping slightly. The Bayesian average is the peak rating approximation. So as it's been getting new ratings, it's been going down slightly, which isn't too unusual for a game that's a few years old like Scythe. They kind of go up and then they start to fall over time. Scythe does have an amazing number of ratings though, 53,000 or 54,000. So it'll definitely hang on in the top 100 for many years. And the other notable follower is Star Wars Rebellion, which we'll see the game that it's been switching positions with another game for quite a while. Its Bayesian average is actually climbing slightly as it gets more rated. I will say both these games are amazing games. They're at the top of the list for a reason. I like both of them. I think they're great. So let's get into the list. So the ones that are rising, actually, Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lions, number 23 this week for the climbers. It's continuing its ascent. I think it's on its way to get the number one place. Although once it starts approaching it, maybe some of the hardcore Gloomhaven fans are going to downvote it. But it's been moving up really quickly. I think it has a good shot. If not, it's definitely top 10. There's no way that it's not. And let's see here. So another interesting one is Gaia Project. So Gaia Project climbed into Star Wars Rebellion spot. It's been kind of switching positions with it for a while. We'll have to see. I do think technically Gaia Project is a better game. But it doesn't have the Star Wars theme, is not Star Wars in a box. So, there is that. And of course, Gaia Project's not going to appeal to everyone. It's a really unforgiving game with a lot of complex strategies. And your turns, I would say, don't always feel that amazing. Like in Gaia Project, you might just build a mine on your turn and feel like you've succeeded. So it's definitely not for everyone. Okay, so let's move into number 10, which is Yato Deluxe Master Set. So this one's been climbing up pretty quickly, actually, for a deluxe set. It's already got 278 ratings. This is going to be definitely top 1,000. I think, assuming enough people actually bought it and rate it, it is potential top 100 material. We'll have to see. The game does look amazing. So we'll click on this. We'll go down to some of the newer images. Let's see if anyone else has put anything up in the last couple weeks. We got some tokens here. Yeah, these look cool. The graphics on here look really good. Some battles have happened. Here's the board. Looks really nice. It just has an amazing look to it. I don't see how, I think in a lot of games, having a really good table presence or look to the game really makes it, push it beyond like a normal game. And I'm sure people here are gonna, pick up Yato Deluxe. I do kind of wish I had backed this one. So there you have it. That is number 10, Yato Deluxe Master Set. Number 9 is Moonrakers. So we've talked about this a couple weeks. This week it looks like the rating's been averaging a little bit better than previous weeks. I don't think this is going to be top 100 material. I think that we're looking at, we'll need a few more weeks, but at most top 200, and we'll have to see how it goes. So Moonrakers is a kind of negotiation deck building, mission accomplishing game. I think it tries to merge some Euro mechanisms with the negotiation aspect. I do remember why I passed on this, even though the game looks amazing. I think that the company that put this out needs to put out more games, needs to get the artists that did the artwork for this game to make new games. But I think the mechanisms didn't really appeal to me as I guess a more Euro-centric gamer. Um, and I think if I was going to do a negotiation game, I would probably just play Sidereal Confluence. I think it's amazing. So, although I do love the look of this game, I don't think that the sharing missions negotiation aspect is for me, and that's why I passed on the Kickstarter. Even though I had regrets when I saw how great the game looked and how it was presented. So there is Moonrakers. That is number 9, I think. Yeah, 9. Yep, 9 this week. Let's move on to number 8. So number 8. Oh, I should mention one thing. So this is the first week where we're post Spiel Digital. So we're gonna see some games on here that might have not shown up before because they got some playtime or some videos on Spiel Digital, or maybe people have finally started to receive their copies. And Viscounts of the West Kingdom is the latest West Kingdom game. There were some comments on here that some people thought this was the best West Kingdom game. I mean, obviously, everyone's going to like different games. That's one of the great things about board gaming. Some people are going to like some games more than others, and on average, we're going to see how this does. It is doing pretty well this week. It did have kind of a week last week, but we'll see as more people buy this game and the retail edition gets released how it does. It could make top 100, but I'm thinking this is more of a top 200 game based on what I've seen. So this is, and the game does look good. I think. I mean, it's got the same artwork. I forget who the artist is. I can't remember his name, but got the same great artist. That's the digital version. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess there isn't too many pictures of it yet. And it's again from the West Kingdom series. Now, one cool thing is that they're going to be coming out with this Tome Saga, which is going to be kind of an expansion or a campaign through all these West Kingdom games. That could really improve, people picking up the whole set of West Kingdom games. I also do appreciate that it retails at $55, which is a pretty good, I would say, a lower end retail price for the quality of games that the West Kingdom games have offered. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people check this game out and we see it climb up the rating. So that is number 8, Viscounts of the West Kingdom. And we'll have to see how it does. I still think it's probably top 200 material, but we'll see as it climbs. Number 7 is New York Zoo. So New York Zoo, I may have not realized it last week, is Uwe Rosenberg's latest polyomino game. I do think it looks cool. Probably better than most of his polyomino games. I like the little animal meeples. I like the fact you're building a zoo. I don't know if it. I guess I haven't looked into how it plays, but it doesn't seem like it's going to do anything like drastically different than other polyomino games out there. Other than the look, maybe. So it could be they're trying to appeal to that. Probably the price point is a little bit lower. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it's not great. It's still better than a lot of the bigger games in $29.99. So price isn't bad. Again, this is probably something where you're going to draft polyominoes or purchase them off a board and put them on there and score points based on how you play. Where do I think this will land? So, I mean, it's not starting off very strong, which means, and I don't see this as being even probably top 200 games, even though it's a Rosenberg game. It might end up in the top 500, but sometimes it's not got a too strong of a start starting out with average of 7.2. So we'll see, but maybe top 1,000, maybe top 500. We'll have to see how we're. So that is number 7, New York Zoo. Number 6, Bonfire. So this game is really picking up steam. I think I mentioned earlier that it looks really good, and I think it's going to be Stefan Feld's biggest game since probably Trajan. That's what it's looking like to me. I mean, it's got a really strong start here, starting off around 8 for average ratings. It's already at 24/24 with only 300 ratings. I think it's going to be, we're looking at, I think, very likely top 200. And probably, we'll have to give a few more, couple more months, but probably top 100, at least for a period of time. Now, I did watch a short explanation on this video in the last, or on this game in the last week. I was hoping to be able to play it at some point, but I guess there's a lot of ways to get points, but essentially there's this like building mechanism where you build your road this way, and then you build something back this way with people, and then you try to like insert people into your bonfires, and you gain resources by placing tiles out here. I mean, it's going to be probably a point salad game like a lot of Stefan Feld's games. So you're inserting these tiles out here to get resources and using those resources to buy stuff and build up your like bonfire thing. It's got a lot of different cool mechanisms, but I think its real strength is taking Stefan Feld's gameplay and marrying it with a good looking, at least from what I've seen in the pictures, a good looking game. I like the artwork. I like the little trolls here. I like the bonfire meeples. I like the artwork on the main board. I think it looks way better than most Stefan Feld games that I've seen. So I'm really looking forward to playing this, and I think other people are as well with the how it's been climbing. So that is number 6, which is Bonfire from Stefan Feld. Number 5 is Tidal Blades Heroes of the Reef. So backers are just receiving this game after waiting a very long time. It's kind of got a mixed reception so far in the reviews that I've seen. So you can tell these are all like either people that rated it after Kickstarter or played it online on like Tabletop Simulator or whatever. These people are people that actually received the game. Starting off kind of weak. We'll have to see how it goes in the next couple weeks. So Tidal Blades is I guess it's a worker placement game with some dice rolling, some hero crafting or creation, and kind of some unique stuff with that. Now they do have the production value that comes from Skybound Games and Druid City Games. They have the deluxe version, which looks amazing. With I don't know if they have here it is. The deluxe version with the insert, the arena, the character miniatures, and the dice tray and everything. The squishy bits. It looks really good. I think the gameplay didn't kind of deliver as much as people were hoping. I think the initial gameplay videos made it seem like it might be better, but we'll see. I have my copy coming soon. I'm really hoping it pays off. It is kind of a longer game. It says 69 minutes here, but I've seen in the reviews that it may go like beyond 2 hours. So I'm looking forward to this and hoping that it's better than some of the reviews have said. Even though they say it's a good game, I was really hoping for a great game here. What I feel like we probably have here is a solid game, maybe with the expansion a little bit better, and really good production values, which I'm okay with. So that is Tidal Blades Heroes of the Reef. Number 5. And I expect we'll see this on the list for a couple more weeks at least, and then we can make a call on where it's going to land in the top in the rank. So number 4 is Dwellings of Everdale. Now this is a game I really wish I had backed. I really wish I was getting it. I think they're doing a, if you see this and you are interested in it, I think they're doing a post Kickstarter sale, or they have some copies of it for sale. But I think it's $200 plus shipping. So you're looking at a kind of a huge buy-in point when it was around, I think, 140 for the same thing in the Kickstarter. So sometimes your FOMO uh, pays off. So this is a worker placement, I think, questing game. Let's take a look at the pictures here. You're going to have what looks to be a bunch of different worker placement spots and a modular board, and you're going to be building your, I think your Dale, and going on quests and doing different things. It's got these. Let's see if there's a picture here. I mean, it's got good art, some cool like meeple miniatures and stuff, some nice game trays for the components, and maybe the cooler thing is these minis that I can find a picture of. I guess they don't have one here. Yeah, so here, these minis with the different dragons and mythical beasts and stuff, which look really cool. Um, I think the big thing here is the gameplay is getting really solid ratings to start with. So you have a good looking game. Maybe it brings some unique stuff to the table. It's kind of a longer playtime, but maybe not insurmountable. And it, uh, you know, the people that have gotten it are giving it really solid ratings to start with. So I'm expecting we're going to see good things from this, assuming they sold enough copies of Dwellings of Everdale. And we'll have to wait a couple weeks and see how it does. But it's gotten 130 ratings, and they're all very consistently high. This is a good chance that it'll move up, assuming people continue to like the game and enough people bought copies. So that's Dwellings of Eldervale, number 4. Number 3 is Pandemic Legacy Season 0. So I think we may have seen this a few weeks ago, but I'm not surprised to see it on the list. This one has consistently gotten amazing reviews, and I think people are finally getting their copies in the mail for pre-orders or able to buy it at their local game store. For the few of you that probably don't know what this game is, it's the final Pandemic Legacy, supposedly. Maybe they'll come out with another one in the future, but at least of this trilogy, maybe there'll be like Pandemic Legacy Iberia or Pandemic Legacy Cthulhu or something. But this is the last of this trilogy. The unique thing here is they've really switched up the mechanics. So instead of you fighting diseases, you're playing like anti-Soviet agents in the Cold War, and so you're spies, and you're trying to defeat, these agents that are springing up all around the world, and you do it by building these teams and moving the teams around, completing missions, instead of just eliminating diseases and then being able to like wipe them out real quickly. It's kind of a unique game from that standpoint. I still haven't played Pandemic Legacy Season 2 just from the time commitment. But I'm really looking forward to playing this one just from its unique aspects. I kind of want to play it before Season 2, so maybe that'll happen. And I really like the components. I like the little vans, the team vans. I like the little miniatures here. I think they really did a good job doing that instead of cubes, which kind of brings the theme out more, and they still kept their same price point. So that is number 3, Pandemic Legacy Season 0. Now, where do I think this is going to land? It's almost certainly top 100. That's what I feel, and we can see how it does, but it might even be top 10, just because it takes something that people really love and puts kind of a new spin on it, and the reviews have been stellar so far. So let's see how that one goes. That's number 3, Pandemic Legacy Season 0. Number 2 is Twa Dice. So this one's kind of been, a lot of people have been waiting for it, including myself, to come out for a long time, because I think this was done as a print and play and then was put out finally as an actual board game. This is essentially the dice game of Twa, which is an amazing game. If you haven't played it, definitely go play Twa. It's got some really cool mechanisms in it, some unique ways of doing stuff that really haven't been uh, duplicated, I think, to this day, and that's something to say for something that's 8 years old. I don't know too much about the mechanics of the game, but I assume it's going to work the same in a similar fashion where you're doing some sort of dice drafting. Don't know what this thing is, but maybe it's, I guess you roll the dice and you put them on there. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then you're crossing off and doing different things. I kind of doubt it's going to capture the same magic as Twa, but I'm interested to play it. Maybe I'll try it out online, or play it before I buy it. I don't know if I need any more roll and write games at this point. So I'm expecting that this one, just roll and writes have a tough time on the top 100, and even one with a big name like Twa behind it, I doubt it's going to make top 100. Probably not even top 200, but we'll see. That's number 2, Twa Dice, and number 1, Lost Ruins of Arnac. So I don't know if people have actually gotten their copies yet. I know this was released at Spiel Digital, and so there's probably people that played it online. I looked at some reviews. I was a little bit underwhelmed by it myself, but we'll see how it plays. It is looking like some of the initial ratings were pretty high, but it dropped a little bit. I thought it's kind of a unique theme, I think, but to me it felt like it didn't seem like it brought, I guess, anything amazing to the worker placement genre. Let's see here. Yeah, so let's see. It's mechanisms. Yeah, deck building and pool building with worker placement. I think this one, and actually another Kickstarter, is doing this worker placement deck building. I don't know. I think it's good that people are trying to merge these mechanisms, but on the other hand, I'm not sure that I'd rather play a worker placement deck building game, because I think the idea behind worker placement is that there just isn't a huge amount of randomness to it. You're more competing for spaces than you are, and then coupling it with like this deck building and drawing stuff out of your deck, depending on how it's done, could really, I think, disrupt what makes worker placement great. Now I will say they did a great job with the artwork on here. I like how it looks. Tabletop simulator, so people are playing it on the weekend. It's kind of a bigger box. I guess it's not got too much stuff in it, or at least it looks bigger box. The production value is definitely looks really good. So we'll see. It could just be a fluke. It is at the top of the climbers this week, so that could be a good sign as well. Maybe this game is going to have some oomph and then move up. We'll see in the next couple weeks. So there you have it. That is the BGG climbers for the week, I guess, ending 10/28/2020. If you like this video, please like and please subscribe. Please take a look at our other videos, and subscribe to these geek lists. I've been reading them for years. I just decided to start making these videos based on them. Thank you.